What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. I'm getting a lot of feedback regarding my videos talking about Jirard the Completionist. And while some people might see my third video in a row as overkill, jumping on this trend just to get attention and chasing clout, I'd like to present a potential different angle. A possibility of maybe I enjoy talking about this because I find this to be the most fascinating story of 2023 and I can't get enough of it. And if it bothers you that I'm talking about your idol, your hero, Jirard the Completionist, in a potentially negative light, I highly recommend you stop watching these videos. But if you enjoy what I'm talking about, you appreciate finding out more information, and you too are a little bit drawn into this drama, join me on this adventure where we talk about how ridiculous this gets after Karl Jobst is now being sought after by the charity, the Open Hand Foundation. They have tried to silence Karl Jobst in his video, which Karl Jobst tweeted out earlier today, talking about how YouTube hit him up saying, hey, this was an attempt at takedown, trying to silence you because they don't want this information out there. And if that doesn't scream shady, I don't know what does. JT. Subscribe, give me a like, and check out smashjt.com for the latest article talking about this interesting, dare I say, wild turn of events. After my video previously talking about Jirard the Completionist and how potentially this could be way more fraudulent than we initially thought, a lot of people really appreciated that video. I got almost 50% likes, so that's an improvement. Good job! I'm doing great here. All I'm doing is giving you my opinion. That's what I said multiple times throughout that video. I'm not saying that Jirard is 100% guilty. I'm not saying that he's a horrible person. I'm just introducing the idea that maybe he's not the golden child that we all thought he was. Potentially that he might actually have a sinister side to him. I know, it's hard to hear. Don't meet your heroes, all that jazz. But what I want to get to with this video is how Open Hand Foundation silencing or attempting to silence Karl Jobst gives us insight as to what they're doing right now behind the scenes, and instead of taking the proper actions of resolving the situation, they're trying to hide the truth. And that should scare everybody. I could not have even seen this twist coming. I figured I'd let the story go silent for a few days, give Jirard some time, figure out what's going on behind the scenes, and leave it be. And then this happens. Karl Jobst on Twitter. Someone with the Open Hand Foundation made a privacy complaint against my video. YouTube rejected it. Now, I do want to interject and leave the possibility. I like to give both sides of the story here. I don't know for sure if it was someone at Open Hand Foundation, or it could have potentially been a troll or someone trying to pretend to represent them because they have a hero in Jirard the Completionist and they're trying to silence Karl Jobst because of that. That is potentially true because Karl Jobst does not share any details regarding who made the claim specifically. We just have to take Karl's word for it. Don't think he'd be making that up or fabricating anything because Karl Jobst is not known for doing that, and that would be horrendous for his reputation. I'm just being honest here and looking at the facts on the table and who to believe, deciding who to trust here, and I can't help but lean towards Karl right now. The email he posted from YouTube support, all of the information there is public information and required by law to be public. The documents shown are public record by law. All of the addressees shown are provided by that charity on their website, and he provided the Open Hand website, contact information, all that stuff showing there. He sent that as his rebuttal to YouTube with the claim that someone tried to take the video down because it was showing information that was private and showing things that shouldn't be shown when tax records for a charity are public record. From the initial review email from YouTube support team saying, hello, we have received the complaint and have determined that the content is accepted from removal based on our privacy guidelines, which can be found here. The content does not violate our policies. The fact that Open Hand Foundation, instead of writing a check to a number of legitimate charities, instead goes the route of trying to silence Karl Jobst. I don't care how staunch of a completionist defender you are and how much you idolize this guy, the fact that that's the first thing they did instead of finding a charity, writing a check, and making this right should concern you. It should enter some serious questions into your mind about the legitimacy of all of this. The incident must be viewed in the larger context of the ongoing saga surrounding the Open Hand Foundation, in conjunction with how Jirard was answering the questions when confronted by Karl Jobst and Muta, some ordinary gamers, on their conversation privately discussing this before they went public with it. Another thing I want you guys to consider too. These big YouTubers are in a club. They're all in a clique together. They all scratch each other's backs when required. And a situation like this, the completionist is someone who is looked up upon in the gaming community. They didn't want to slander him and make him look terrible without giving him a chance for rebuttal, which is exactly what they did behind the scenes. If this was someone who wasn't at the standing of Jirard the completionist, I would feel like they would just come forward with the information without even giving him a chance to communicate his side of the story. I appreciate that they did that, but the fact that when Jirard is confronted by them, how he responds introduces even more questions, concerns, and legitimate what were you guys even doing this whole time to the entire situation.
I haven't found a benefactor that I'm completely happy with, and I want to make sure that this money goes to a good cause in honor of my mom, and I'm upset that the conversations I've had haven't gone the way that I wanted. And I'm willing at this point to just donate the money to whoever. I want it to go in the right spot. I don't want it to go to some doctor's salary or some expense bill for a massive organization that it's not going to do anything for.
I want to believe Jirard. I want him to be proven innocent in all this. I don't want to be right about my questions. I don't want to be right about the potential of what could be wrong here. But the more this goes on, the more I'm like, come on, dude, give me a reason to believe you. Do something. Take an action. Make a statement. Say you screwed up publicly, and the first thing you're going to do is write a check to St. Jude's Hospital, or literally any foundation listed under the Better Business Bureau of good charities that have good authorization, good work ethics, good people for them. There's millions of them out there. Like, literally, it's not too hard to find one. I did a quick search. I found 5 that seem pretty legit, at least on first look, that these are okay foundations to be donating the money to. That's not my job. I'm not running this foundation. I'm not running your charity where this money's going. That's on you. And the fact that you haven't found anyone to do it, you discovered 2 years ago that you weren't donating this money anywhere, and then you have the audacity to, instead of finding a place on your own, asking Muta and Karl to help you find a location to send the money, is just mind-blowing to me.
I guess what I'm asking you guys is, what do you want me to do as soon as possible? If it's like, hey, Jirard, we want you to shut up and take the L so we can make content, that's fine. If that's what you guys think is the way to go, to call it a scam, sure. But I'm not trying to scam anyone. I would never try and scam in honor of my mom. Like, this is, I would not be outward facing knowing that I can get raked to the coals for this.
And add to that, that instead of the next step of sending the check out and washing your hands of the problem and saying, hey, I made an oopsie, won't ever happen again, I am so sorry, here's all the money, I'm sending it here. Instead of doing that, what's the first thing your foundation does? They try to silence Karl's video. That is completely unbelievable. All it does is paint you in the light of being the bad guy, being wrong. You don't strike down channels, you don't silence videos, you don't shut up creators that are asking questions about something that is curiously suspicious. And having a charity for 10 plus years, garnering more and more money every year, begging for more handouts as you go, and not having a place to send the money to even after you find out it's not going anywhere. You're still begging for more people to donate to it. Instead of finding a place to donate after it comes to a head, you try to silence them. That is just the ultimate, I am screwed. I'm trying to shut everyone up, and I'm trying to get past this without anyone finding out anything. And it's just a terrible look. Again, get mad at me if you want, audience watching this, which plenty of people did last time when I made some questions about what could possibly be happening. I'm not the bad guy here. I'm strictly the messenger of giving you the information, giving you scenarios, giving you some thoughts that I have of, if this is bad, this is how bad it could be. And if you don't want to hear the truth, you're coming to the wrong place. Instead of getting mad at me, you should be demanding answers from Jirard, not getting mad at YouTubers talking about the situation. But hey, that's just my opinion, which I know. There's going to be some staunch defenders of the completionist throughout this. It's kind of, he's garnered an audience of over 1 million people over the past decade plus of being on YouTube, and you don't destroy your reputation in one day from that. So I get it. It's going to be a curb. There's going to be some people that are standing by him to the end of time, and as time goes on, if this keeps going down this road, more and more people are going to fall in line of, Jirard, what the hell, bro? Like, why are you doing this? Why did you do this? What's going on with your charity? Why is it your entire family involved with it? Why are you now trying to silence Karl Jobst? Why are you not sending a check to somewhere? Why are you not saying something publicly about what's going on? Why with everything? That's where I stand on this, and I think I understand there's people that are hesitant to pick up a pitchfork here, nor am I saying you should go after Jirard or get angry at him, but you should be demanding some answers to these questions. I guess that's all I'm saying here. And trying to silence Karl Jobst, man, that's the final straw for me. You don't go after a creator if they're simply talking about a situation and calling it out for what it is, which is all that he did. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, you stay smashing.
It's obviously a very important cause. I could talk today.
Smash J, smash J.